Coach, did you play the way that you wanted it to? Did you get the energy and the effort and the focus that you wanted to get to the break with?
Yes, I think we did. Yeah, I liked we wanted to concentrate on our start and get on our toes a little bit here offensively, and because we've been having some games recently where it's like 5, 6, 9 shots a period, and when we're really good and on our toes, we shoot for 15. We want to be 12, 15 a period and give ourselves some good looks at the net, and so that's what we kind of talked about. We've been doing a good job defensively here, and but we needed to get in attack mode a little bit more 5-on-5, and then not play it so safe and get our D up and involved, and we did that from the start of the game. I loved our first 2 periods. Obviously we had a dip at the start of the third, but really it was one lucky play. We're doing the right thing, it goes off a stick, goes in the net, and then we make a couple mistakes after that. They capitalize on one of them, but you got to regroup. You got to find a way to dig in and get back to your game as quick as you can. And I thought we did that and ended up winning the hockey game.
Megan, the nerve.
What are you seeing in the team's response to those 2 goals early in the first period that you can appreciate?
Like our first 2 goals?
No, in
the third?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, the message on the bench was like they get a good bounce on one of them, and I mean, they still made a nice play, don't get me wrong. It's a point shot, on an entry, but we're in the right spot doing the right thing. It's hard to criticize their guys for that. You're trying to block a shot and it ends up in the back of your net. And then, like I said, we made a couple mistakes after that. A couple guys got in behind our D for some chances, but you have to respond. Like I thought the next couple shifts we got into the offensive zone and started playing our game again. That's what you need. You got to build a goal back, and sometimes it takes more than a shift to do that. Sometimes it takes a long time to do that, but you got to keep doing the right things and playing the right way, and not giving up on it and not getting frustrated with it, So I think mentally our guys were feeling like we could still win it, and they did.
Eric, then Ryan.
The top line obviously had quite a few goals there. They were all multiple points, but it didn't feel like one of those games where Nathan MacKinnon did anything. It was Lehkonen and Val forechecking a lot, kind of setting up plays like that. Lehkonen specifically, he had that strong start. He kind of had a little bit of a stagnant middle, and now he's kind of back on that line. What's his season been like for you?
Well, it's been good. I mean, to this point, I think a lot of guys are having good seasons, and it's not just about production, right? Like points, and I know that's what everyone looks at. That's the first thing, but he just does so much for us, and is he never going to cheat you on his work ethic and his commitment. And sometimes they go in for you, sometimes they don't, but he's been a steady player for us. There's not too many, we rank our players, we talk about their games after every game and sort of pick it apart, what we like, what we didn't like, and we have notes on all of it, and there's not too often where we're like he was no good tonight, he's always contributing in some way, whether it's just the consistency in his play, winning the wall battles, playing the right way, and suppressing chances even if he's not getting a whole bunch. I look at our team, and I'm sure every team's the same way. I'm sure they are. This isn't exclusive to us, but it's a lot of hockey in a short period of time. And if the way we play, you have to have energy. You have to have energy to make it look like, and it gets harder and harder to mentally fight through it the more tired you get. Early in the year, it was it just felt like we were going to win every night we came to the rink. Guys had a bunch of energy. We were winning games by some margin, so we were using our whole bench all the time. We've been trying to do that as much as possible, but even tonight again, if we ever make it 3-0, we can use our whole bench and guys don't play as much. It goes to 2-1 and then 2-2, and then you're shortening your bench again. And we've been shortening our bench a lot here recently, and it's taking its toll on Brock Nelson. Hasn't played his best over the last handful of games. Nathan hasn't played his best. It's not that they're not trying. It's just when you don't have energy, it's hard to win every puck battle and win every race, and that's where the game starts. Races and battles, and the detail, but when you're sharp mentally and you're feeling it and you have energy, it's easy to play the right way and win those races and battles, which gets you started, right? And we haven't been doing that as much recently, and fatigue is definitely a factor. But like I said, you have to be able to mentally push through that, just like every team is trying to do at this point.
Right.
I wanted to ask you about Sam Girard. It looked like he was a little late in the back check during that turnover on the Kurashev goal. Would you put fatigue, just what you just mentioned, into how Girard's been playing? How would you evaluate his play and decision making?
Well, I actually think his game's been like turning around. Like recently, he's been playing pretty good. That was just a bad decision. There's no way you're going to get back on that. Like the puck comes, it's sort of a broken play. It's trickling out to the point. The pressure's coming. A good decision would have been just punch it back down behind the net, to below the goal line. You don't have to try to make something out of nothing, especially at the time and like what just happened. Like they just got a quick one. They're starting to, they want to pour it on, and then we make that mistake, and next thing you know, the game's tied. I don't know if Kale would have got back on that one, right? Like once you turn it over and the guy's got to step on you for the length of the ice, he's going to get his scoring chance, right? So that's more decision than not being able to catch the guy.
Last two, Colleen.
Kind of talking about that energy factor, Valushkin has kind of had a little bit of a up and down January. This is his second 3-point game. Is it almost a little frustrating that he kind of heated up tonight right before the break?
No, we'll take it. We'll take it anytime it comes. I think Val went through a stretch, like he was playing really good hockey, and then he went through a stretch where he was snake bitten, lost his confidence, wasn't skating the way we want him to skate. Like for me, Val's game all comes together when he's driving his legs and when he has energy. Because he's so big, even if he fights a puck a little bit, he still comes up with it with his compete and his size and length, and he got away from it for a while. You know, we talked about it. You know, he knew he was away from it. He knew he was trying to. Everything he touched seemed like it was bouncing on him, and he wasn't moving his legs. And when he does, he just still comes up with those pucks. And he's gotten back on it here over the last couple of weeks. I think he's playing better hockey, and you know, we've elevated him in the lineup now. He's, you know, was on the power play, and I think all that stuff helps. It's like kind of the dance that we do. If you know, like sometimes getting some touches on the power play helps guys 5-on-5 too. So we've been kind of tiptoeing around that for a little bit, you know, with how we deploy guys and trying to get guys going. And it's a little bit like Colton. He went through the cold stretch, and all of a sudden now he's playing with energy. He's really relentless and tenacious on pucks. He's been playing real well for us here recently.
Last one, John.
How are you balancing having 8 guys taking on the world, but also suspending this great run? I mean, is it kind of an emotional battle for you a little bit?
I think we need it right now. I do. Like if we would have been rolling into this break, it'd be like, you know, you're always nervous about how you're going to come out of it. I'm still nervous about how we're going to come out of it, but I think we need it right now. Like we haven't been playing fantastic hockey. We've been grinding and fighting, like mental fatigue, you know, just fatigue, physical in general, for some time. So I think the break's coming at a good time. We also have a couple of guys that are still out with injury that I think we could get back, obviously, after the break, and hopefully no one gets hurt in the Olympics, and we can hit the ground running. I think the break will be really good for some guys, even some of our young guys like Brins. Like they never played this much hockey before, you know, especially now when you have to be sharp and focused and, you know, playing every second night. They're not used to it, so I think it can do us some good. It also gives us a chance to just kind of decompress mentally and come back more focused and sort of a new start to the season. I'm confident in our guys that will come out well, and maybe it helps something like the power play for guys to just get away from it and put their frustration away and just start fresh and see where we go.
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks.
Blow out, Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Get the pack of rest.